Welcome back to Game on the Table. This is D6, and I'm back after about a month off. Just had a crazy summer. I know 2020 has been kind of rough for everybody, but yeah, I had to take some time off. So I'm back at it. Where I left off was I'm still playing through on the Halcyon starter ship. I've beaten the game 3 times, each time taking a Don't Panic card out of the deck. So I'm starting with three Don't Panics out. And standard boss. So that'll come in once I get to the end of this threat deck. So to get me started, I'm going to pull out 2 initial threats, and let's see what we got. Invaders and Meteoroid. Okay. Not bad. Nice to see those early. Nice to deal with them early. Bad first roll, though. Okay. 2 scanners locked up. Here, I've got medical officers, engineer. Don't need the engineer. I think it might be good to. Well, I could spend 2. I could send 2 units to the infirmary, so I could clear the invaders. But honestly, I've got 2 locked up in the with scanners, and then I'll have 2 locked in the infirmary. Not really worth it. I think it's probably more worthwhile to definitely return or to unlock 2 of these scanner dice, so I have more crew next turn. And I could instead, I'll send 1 to the infirmary, get a tactical die. Let's do 1 damage to the meteoroid, get it pinging down. Okay. New threat, Corsair. Let's roll for threat. And on a 5, invaders don't activate, meteoroid doesn't activate, Corsair does. 2 points of damage. 1, 2. And let's see here. Okay, I've got 5 crew this time around. Let's see what we got. I'll roll that because it's cocked. Oof, immediate 3 scanners. Sorry if you can hear that dog barking, that's my neighbor. Just an excited dog. So 3 scanners locked immediately, so that's an immediate new threat. This is a bad start, although maybe I'm just feeling the right. Okay. First thing to do would probably be unclear, right? Because my general approach is clear whole threats each turn. Like each turn, prioritize getting a whole threat off the board to reduce the number of things that can activate. Secondarily, prioritize getting as many of your crew back the next round. So I don't think I can easily do that. It might be great to just play my dice so I can get my shields back up, which now that we've got all these threats out, makes way more sense. Let's just damage one of these Corsairs, get them closer to off the board. Now we'll escalate. Raiders. Wow, this is a rough. Oh, this is turn 2. This is turn 2. Okay. Okay, on 1, the meteoroid will take 1 more damage. Get closer to activating. Thankfully, nobody rolled a 4, which would have really been bad for me. So, still got 5 crew. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can bounce back. Much better rolls here. Okay. Well, I'm definitely going to do my damage. And I don't necessarily need all these science officers, but I certainly don't need the engineer. So I'm going to use you to do more damage. I can do 1. Well, should I clear invaders or should I clear threats off the board? Part of me wants to clear invaders, even though there's obviously a lot going on here. I think I'm going to clear threats off the board because I can get 2 4s off the board right away. So I'm going to do that. 1 for the Corsair. And then, what's worse? Honestly, this is probably worse for me right now, just because it activates 50% of the time. So 1, 2. And that's for my 3 damage. I got 1, 2, 3 points of damage from 2 tactical die. And then I'll actually just use Stasis Beam to prevent activations on those two threats. Let's escalate. Hey, don't panic. And we'll roll for threat. On a 1, nobody activates, including the meteorite, which is great. Because I really want to control when that procs. Alright. You can't see me, but I'm face palming right now. Okay, three more scanners, which immediately turns into an extra threat this round. Space pirates. So lots of threats stacking on 2. And that leaves me with not a lot of dice that I can do work with. Let's actually use that commander. And made some damage. Again, I think 4s are a priority, just because I've got overlap. Yeah. Okay, let's escalate. We got a scout. It's real scary when you've got overlapping activations. On a 3, invaders, space pirates activate 2 damage, 1, 2. And then because I lost damage, I took damage, I take additional damage from the scout. That's not great. Okay, shields are almost out, but I'm still holding with 5 dice. Okay, I can do significantly more with this. Don't need that engineer. I do want to do damage. Oh, oops. Sorry, I had 2 commanders. I'm going to re-roll one of... Let me just make this make more sense. Use a commander, re-roll or convert the engineer into a tactical die. I rolled 1 tactical die, which I'm going to use. I guess the question is, do I want to recharge my shields or do I want to do something else? And I think the answer is recharge your shields for sure. I'll bring those back up, and I'm actually going to use these 2 tactical die to clear out the invaders, because I think it's time to just get rid of this. I've been teetering on the edge of losing more dice for a lot of rounds now, and I need to just get beyond that. Okay, let's pull out the new threat for this round, and let's roll for threat. Oh man, good timing, because on the 2 I would have had to lose 1 more crew member. Instead, I lose 1 point of damage from the fighter, and the scout joins in, and that's it. So not terrible, although we're in bad shape here. We really gotta take care of some of these things. That's a much better roll. Dangerous in case friendly fire is the next thing on the threat deck, but hard to tell. Let's do that. That's definitely 5 damage. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 damage on the board, and I've got 1, 3, 5, and I can turn that into 7 if I want. Which do I want to? That's a ton of damage to do in 1 turn. I can clear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and ping the scout down. I might not want to clear that, so let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's actually all the threats except for the meteoroid. That's not a bad way to play the round. I think I'll do that. So 1 damage to the fighter, 1 damage to clear the raiders and ping the space pirates down. Sorry, 2 damage here, right? 2 damage off of that die. Clear the space pirates, ping the scout down. My last 2 will take care of the scout. All right. That's not cool. That was a productive turn, and then we get a pandemic. Okay. Let's roll for threat. 1s are bad. No activations. Great. Okay, making it through, coming back. That was a bad start, but coming back. First things first, we're going to clear that pandemic, no problem, with the science officer. We're definitely going to bring this unit back from the infirmary, finally. Not really any use for this engineer, but I'm not too concerned with it. and then I'll just recharge my shields here. I guess I don't have use for that. I did kind of misplay there. I could have sent someone to the infirmary to convert this engineer into something else, and then use a single unit medical officer to bring everything back from the infirmary. But you know, I don't like to backtrack misplays that benefit me. I'll just chalk that up as a lesson learned. Pay more attention next time. Okay, let's pull out a new threat. Ammo explosion. And no ones, so we're good. Okay. I'll just be happy I got all my dice back. Okay, one scanner. A couple of engineers. Well, definitely going to send one of you into a medical officer. Clear the panel explosion. I'm going to send one of you to the infirmary. I think to turn you into tactical. And I think we're kind of ready to ping this meteoroid down. And then I definitely don't have anything to do here. Well, I could stasis beam the meteoroid, prevent it from procking. That's actually a good idea. Oh, solar winds. So now we got 2 time bombs on the field. I'm glad that I stasis beam the meteoroid. Well, actually, it could have been one or the other. They wouldn't both go off. On a 6, nothing activates. That's lucky. Okay, I've only got 4 crew, but not a ton on the board. Let's see what we can do. What we can do is pull way more out onto the board. So immediately, new threat, distracted, which loses me. Well, I think I have some discretion here, so I'm gonna lose this one because this is immediately returned. And well, is this the time? Is this the time to get rid of the meteoroid? It might be. This is a really dangerous position to be in. Instead, I think it's actually a good time to just get this crewman back. It's not prioritizing threats. Wow, okay, so I swear I shuffled, and every time I do, I still end up with a bunch of internal threats all in a row. Let's roll that die. On a 1, the meteoroid goes off, doing 5 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, so it gets through to my hull. Nobody else activates, that's great. Glad the time warp didn't go off and push the meteoroid back up the track. Okay, let's get moving. We got work to do here. Bring these down so I can fit all on screen. Whole bunch of leaders and 1 shooting man. So I think, to me, the most obvious thing to do, reassign these 2 as medical officers, which will clear distracted and get that crew member back. I don't really have a good use for tactical, so I'll just ditch you there because I really would need a paradise to do something. Bounty ship. Hey. Well, that's terrible. On a 4, thankfully nobody activates. A 2 would be real bad right now. Yeah. 6 die, let's go. Try to pick it up so it's not going to be like an hour-long episode. That's a nice diversity of crew, not bad. I can clear the time warp unless this isn't the right time. I need additional damage. I need 2 more tactical die to fully clear out the bounty ship, which I think I want to do. So let's prioritize that. Let's go 1 tactical die. Let's use you to reassign you as tactical. That's 3 damage. I'm going to send you to the infirmary to get 5 damage on the board so I can clear the battleship in one go. I'll use this medical officer to bring you back from the infirmary. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. Fifth one doesn't get used because I can't target the solar winds. Has no health. And yeah, that does leave me in a bad shape. I mean, I don't have any shields up, but hey, don't panic. Sometimes you gamble when you win. Or at least you don't get burnt. You don't lose, is maybe a better way to put that. Let's roll for threat. Hey, you won, nothing happens. Let's see here. Rolling for threat. Okay, lock up a scanner. And a lot of medical. It's probably the right time to clear the time warp. Probably the right time to get my shields back up. In fact, I would need 3 science officers to do both. Might not be worth my time. Might not be worthwhile to try to do that. So let's use you to get my shields back up. I think that's a better use of my time. And I guess I could have used second commander to reassign one of these medical. That might have made more sense. I'm gonna use 1 to unlock this crew member. I think we're in decent shape. Let's go. Comms offline. Seriously, they're all stacked up. All these internal threats, which is not necessarily good. It just means all the external threats are gonna pounce at once. Okay, 5. Nobody activates. I do have all my crew back, so that's at least something. Alright, it's nice to get engineers when you need them. I do need 1 to clear comms offline. I do now have enough science officers to clear the time warp. I'm going to do that. See here, I actually have enough crew that I'll send somebody to the infirmary, reassign you as an engineer, repair that one point of the hull, bring you back from the infirmary. Kind of like a shell game with people, just to ensure that I've got a full complement of crew. Alright, shield platform. So you like to see it when there's nothing else out. It'd be great to be able to just destroy that before anything else comes back out. On a 1, nobody activates. Getting lucky here. Alright. Okay, scanner to lock up. Let's get back into the groove here. Man, it's been a month since I played this game. It's a little surprising. It's a little weird to think about that I haven't played this in a month. Okay, I'm going to send you to the infirmary, reassign you tactical. I'm going to use this commander, reassign you to tactical, and that'll do 3 damage to the shield platform. 1, 2, 3 to put you in the discard. I'll use this medical officer, bring you back from the infirmary. Let's escalate. Strike bomber. Fix. Roll for threat. On a 4, strike bomber does activate. You have to send somebody to the infirmary and take 1 damage. Try checking the board, make sure I activate everything right. Yeah, that's right. So I have 4 crew now. Not great. And that's not what you need right now. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna definitely send somebody to the infirmary so that I can bring everybody back. I know that sounds a little weird. I'm spending 2 dice to get 1 more die back. That'll put me at 5 crew next turn. And then I'm going to do 1 damage to the strike bomber and stasis beam it so that I don't have to in case they activate, I won't have to put somebody back in the infirmary. Threat for this round, Space Pirates. On a 6, Space Pirates activate, 2 damage, 1, 2. Shields are holding, so I think we're okay. And At least I get 5 crew back. So one more scanner. That's rough. I'm going to definitely use one of you as tactical. This is pretty obvious. Clear the strike bomber out with 1 point of damage. I'm definitely going to recharge my shields and stasis beam. Don't really have the tools to unlock some of these scanners. Okay, let's figure out the next threat. Orbital cannon. That's a bit of a bummer, but not the worst thing in the world. We can handle that. Rolling for threat. 3, so I haven't rolled a 2 in a really long time. 3, the orbital cannon activates. 1, 2 points of damage. And that's it for crew. Let's go. Okay, that's one way to get all your crew back. Strike bomber comes back out. This is not the most useful roll, so at least I'll just reassign you tactical. I've got 3 damage. Let's clear strike bomber. 1, 2. Space pirates take 1. So 3s are looking real dangerous right now. But that's about a oh my gosh. Okay. Anything but a 3. Hey, a 1. Alright, nobody activates. I finally get all my crew back. Let's see if we can make something happen. I need to do a ton of damage here. So, don't need to repair my hull. I think bare minimum I'm going to use those 2 like that. How much damage I need? 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. You know what? Let's just use all 3 commanders. And we're going to change all the remaining crew tactical. And I got 5 damage to dish out, only need 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And let me just clear this just so it's a little less messy. So overflowing discard up there. Okay, not a bad turn, got a lot done. Not a great turn, but still. Okay, roll to uprising. Roll for threat. Hey, a 6. Getting lucky here. Oh, crew. Got some damage, don't really need it. Let's clear the robot uprising. That for sure you just want to take care of. Let's definitely reassign one of you to science, recharge the shields. Don't really have anything else to do right now. I'm just kind of waiting for solar winds to proc. So, new threat. Yeah. Nebula. Okay. So, lose my shields. Roll. One, nobody activates except for. Well, sorry. Excuse me. The Nebula activates, takes 1 damage. Solar winds does not. Roll my 6 crew. Okay, lock you up. This is a good turn. I'll do 1 damage to the Nebula, which actually has health, so I can damage it. 1. I'm giving my shields back, but they're offline. I'm going to use this opportunity to reassign you to science, recharge the shields, which is great. I don't need to reassign you. I just want to unlock this crew member, and we're ready for the next threat. Assault cruiser. Okay, now the big guns are coming out. Let's roll. Finally, okay, on the 2, solar winds activates. That's 5 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And thankfully nobody else does. Or nobody else activates. Wow, that's great. Gonna take all of that for sure. Definitely going to reassign you to science. Get my shields back up. And going to do 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5th damage gets unused, but that's fine. Throw you in return because I can't assign you to anything. Here we go. Okay, rescue mission comes out. It's not technically a threat, so I gotta put something else out. It's the flagship. Cool. Not cool. I don't love it, but I'd rather get rid of it this early into the game when I still have these many threats to deal with. Sorry, I flashed you guys the bottom card of the deck. I don't know what it is, but now you do. On a 5, flagship does activate, unfortunately, so that's 3 points of damage. 1, 2, 3. Do have a full crew out though, so I have hopefully the tools to get rid of this. I do actually really want to get that telepath. I want to be able to find the friendly fire threat before it procs. Okay, once again, I've got what I need, which is just fantastic. Do my damage, 1, 2, 3, 4. Definitely going to rescue that telepath. I'll hold that there. And definitely going to unlock this crewman. I really need to recharge my shields, but hey, we'll deal with that when we have to. Rescue soldier. Oh, we'll do that when we can. So need to pull out another threat. Raiders. Roll. Dang. Okay. Ignore shields. Take 1 whole point. So I'm not in great shape defensively. I need to put these sliders back up. See what we can do here. That is not bad. That's like what you need. Okay, that's 3 damage. 1, 2. That is recharging your shields all the way up. And then this allows me to repair the hull all the way back up. So that's a perfect roll, basically, because I used all my crew. Would have been nice to have just rolled in natural engineer, and then I could have gotten this rescue soldier, but hey. Not the kind of turn you should complain about. Cosmic existentialism. Okay, let's roll for threat. I guess nothing can activate though, so I roll just to roll, but okay, lots of engineers. I can spare the scientists to clear this threat. So I'm doing okay. I'm rolling through the threat deck. If we can keep things at this level of threat, we can get through this not too bad. So I'm going to reassign, I don't need a tactical, so I'm going to reassign you to medical. I'm going to clear this rescue soldier operation. That'll help me with one bad roll. I'm going to send, what am I talking about? I don't need to send anybody to the infirmary. I have nothing else to do. Let's just see what's next. Interceptor. Okay, that activates quite often. Yep, that will activate on a 5. 1 point of damage. Okay, let's do R6 crew. Not bad. Okay, so definitely going to use 2 commanders. I don't need medical this turn, so I'm going to turn you into tactical, turn the other commander into tactical. And then I certainly want to recharge my shields, even though it's 1 point. Do 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. And don't need you. That's fine with me. New threat, Warbird. Roll for threat. Come on. Hey, okay. Nothing activates. Draw my crew. This is what you want to see. I mean, maybe not this roll, but you want to see single threats coming out every turn, getting dealt with on that turn. It's really hard to do when you roll your crew in a random assortment every single round, but that's really all you need. Literally, that's all I needed. Clear the Warbird. I'm ready for the next round. Nothing defensively that I need to take care of. Let's go. Boarding ship. Okay. On A2, nobody activates, so that's great. Let's roll my crew. Yikes, that's a terrible roll. But I do have what I need, so I can send you to the infirmary, which clears this threat. Then I have actually enough medical officers to bring you back from the infirmary and unlock one of the scanners. At least I'm only down 1 crew member. Not bad. New threat. Float threats. This is funny to roll by itself because if it activates, you roll again, and again, there's nothing to activate. Locked up scanner again. I do have what I need to clear cloak threats, so I'm just going to take care of that. And let's use my 1 medical officer, get that one back. I'm still at 5 crew. And I need to do a little work to get back to 5. Okay. Oh, gotta roll. On a 4, you activate, take 2 damage. 1, 2. Not bad, not bad. This gives me 1 extra task to complete next turn. Oof. Okay. So probably what I'm going to do is send you to the infirmary. That'll allow me to reassign you to commander. I can use a commander, 2 commanders to clear the hijackers, and then I can recharge my shields. That cleared the threat, but I'm and set up all my defenses, but I'm missing 2 dice, and that's not great. Destroyer, roll for threat. On a 3, you activate, unfortunately. 1, 2, 3. Okay, running out of crew. Let's get this taken care of, right? So the important thing to do is probably do as much damage to the destroyer as I can. Definitely going to charge my shields, and I'll stasis beam you, because that's what I can do. And how big a deck are we looking at here? This might be a pivotal time. Well, you know what? I'm not going to spend this because it does this allow me to make any new decisions? I can't change my decisions here, so I'm just going to I'll let it ride. I'll use it soon though. Hey, friendly fire comes out. I lose. That's me putting my foot in my mouth. I probably should have checked, because then I wouldn't have used a tactical officer there. Sure, fine. That's terrible. Okay. I can roll, but he stasis beam wouldn't go off. Okay, 3 crew. Let's go. Okay, that's terrible. New threat. At least I will get those dice back. Hey, don't panic. That's exactly when you need one. Don't have much to do. I think I'd rather clear the destroyer than try to send somebody to the infirmary to get a medical officer. So let's just do that. I don't know if now is the time. I really should be doing this earlier. But let's just pull this threat and roll. Fighter, not bad. 3, nothing activates. So at the beginning of this turn, I'm going to roll. See what I got. And now I'm going to discard a telepath. Let me just clean out my discard pile again. And I want to look at the next 5 cards. So, fighter, boost morale, mercenary. Well, I did this just in time because only 5 left. Assault cruiser, interceptor. So not bad. These are pretty easy. Well, this is nothing to worry about. This is easy to clear. This could be a big problem, although honestly, with the boss out, something almost always activates. This is the one I'm really worried about. These 2. So can't do much. Those are coming out last. So I'm just going to have to make sure these are cleared before these come out. Prioritize damage, basically, is the lesson. Okay, so I know what's coming out next turn. That means I really need to get this crewman back. I really need to do 1 damage and clear this fighter out. I don't have a use for you right now. Okay, here comes the next fighter. Oh, sorry. Let's roll for threat. Getting ahead of myself. A 4, I take 1 damage. Not the worst. I can handle that. Shoot. Okay, let me reroll this one. You know what? that was all sorts of bad. Let's just roll everything again. Lock up the scanner. That's terrible. Okay. Don't need engineers for anything this round, so I'm going to turn both of you into something else. Let's do damage, and let's, rather than get the shields back, let's unlock one of you. I need crew and damage. Get you taken care of. Boost morale comes out. It's a threat, so I don't actually have to pull another one. There's a roll for threat. On a 6, that would have unlocked that one scanner, which would have been nice. Don't need to pull. Getting ahead of myself because like I'm tricking myself with this one. Let's roll my crew. Have a round of being able to just take care of things. Really, all I need to do is unlock you, recharge shields, and get ready for the next turn. That's perfect. Comes the mercenary. To roll for threat. Nobody activated, so I actually take 2 damage. 1, 2 from the mercenary. Let's roll my 6 crew and see if I can clear this mercenary out right now. Because now is the time. Jeez. Is this the right time to clear this? I feel like this is the right time to re-roll these 2. So I'm going to move these out to the return, re-roll these 2. Great. I have enough damage now. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I have enough health to charge you, and I don't need these guys, but that's fine. I really just wanted a clean board when this guy came out. Okay, let's roll for threat. On a 5, you activate 1, 2 points of damage. Let's roll. Oh, okay. These late game bad rolls are real bad. That's the worst. Takes up 2 of my crew. I have to wait till at least next round to get them back. I really can't do a lot of damage. I can do like 1 damage, put you in striking distance of 2 tactical die. Yeah, I think that's the way to do it. Send you to the infirmary. Make you tactical. 1 damage, put you. That's the difference between needing 3 tactical die versus 2 tactical die to take care of 1 threat. I will use you to clear the infirmary. I will use you to unlock 1 scanner. So that gives me maximum crew, puts me in the best position to do damage to there. Let's bring the interceptor out, unfortunately. So next round, I'm bringing the boss out, so this is going to be a little rough. On a 3, interceptor activates, take 1 damage. That's it, thankfully. Okay. So we know the boss is coming out now. I want to clear anything I can. And that's not how you do it. Jeez. Okay. So this is like a holding pattern turn. This is not great. So I think what I'm going to do is send you to infirmary, do damage. Use the infirmary, do damage. Bring people back from the infirmary. That would work. Leaving with 5 crew, and I could do 3 damage, and I could probably. I think the interceptor might actually be the bigger threat. Let's do that. So, infirmary, reassign tactical. Infirmary, reassign tactical. Bring everybody back. So I'm gonna do 3. Well, you know what? That would do 2 damage. This is always gonna activate. So 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. Not a great position. I want my shields back up. I want these threats off the board. But unfortunately, it's time for the boss. So let's bring out the core. Missile array. That I like to do hydro cannons. So I'm just gonna slide stuff over. Leave this up here. Core, hydro cannons, missile array. See here, I have another hydro cannons. I usually do hydro cannons, missile array. You can kind of see everything, right? Yeah. Attack matrix and the barrier. So, it's been a while since I played this, but the key is I need to kill the core to win. That's really it. But in order to do damage to the core, I need to first bring the barrier down because it will protect anything else. And if I ever roll a 5, it'll fully restore the barrier to 2 health. So, unfortunately, they get to roll first. So on a 4, assault cruiser activates 1, 2 damage. This is kind of a bad situation. Yikes! The missile array activates, doing 3 more damage. 1, 2, 3. Nobody else activates, but the attack matrix means I gotta roll threat 1 more time. Oh boy. basically anything other than a 6 puts me out of commission, I think. Well, 2 is probably not good. No, no, no. 2 does 2 damage. Hydro cannons, 1, 2. No, no, no. Okay, I just barely survived. I'm glad I cleared the interceptor because that would have been 2 damage. So that would have been a 4 and a 2. Oh wait, you know what? If I cleared assault cruiser, it would have been the same. So never mind. That's not an accurate comparison. Okay, so I have 2 points, 2 hull points, and a whole healthy boss to deal with only 5 crew. Oof. Okay, so lock one of you up. The sad reality is this is a loss here because like I don't have enough to. So I've got 5 points of damage on the board. I need 6 in 1 turn to fully beat this boss outright. You know, you need 6 damage. You need 4 tactical dice and a single roll to do it in 1 turn. And if I'm not going to do it in 1 turn, I need to assume I'm going to take between 2 and 5 damage. So I need to get my shields back up. So I think the best thing for me to do, 2 tactical officers, 1, 2, take the barrier out, 1 damage to core, which I'm just going to kind of put here so it fit on screen. That's on 3. And then I want to use this commander to get me back my shields. And that's the best possible chance I have of surviving this round of rolls. So let's see what we got. On a 2, no, no, no. 2 damage from the hydro cannons. 1, 2. No, no, no. But I gotta reactivate. I gotta roll 1 more time. Should also mention this ignores shield, so a 3 just kills me. And on a 1, that might be it actually. Hydro cannons activate. 1, 2 points of damage. Hydro cannons activate. 1, 2 points of damage, and I'm out of there. So, you know, that's a rough one. You know, if I had, sometimes I do this just to see. So if I had survived, that's 3 damage. I would have taken care of the core. So if I had survived, if I had 1 more crew member unlocked, I would have been in good shape to have weathered that one last threat activation and won the game. Instead, I lost with exact damage. The turn before, I would have been able to clear the boss. So, hey, that was a close one. Hope you enjoyed it. It's always good to get back into a game like this with like a good game, not like a early, you know, minute 10 loss. So if you like what you saw, hit that like button. If you want to get notified of more videos coming out on the channel, hit subscribe and that bell icon. And if you like what I saw, if you like what you saw, you know, leave a comment, tell your friends about the channel, and you know, I hope to see you next time. Thanks.